What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the positive motivation and the negative energy motivation. Okay, because using both is going to be twice as good than just using one. So let me give you an example. An example of positive motivation would be like, you're chasing something. So let's say you're trying to get into physical therapy school. That's a positive motivation. You're seeing yourself as something greater, and that's a positive motivation. Now, the negative motivations, they tend to come from the past. Negative motivation would be something like you used to be lazy and slack off, and you're so afraid to fall into those bad habits again and be that person that it scares you, and that fear is motivating you far away from who you were before. So that's an example of negative motivation. Or let's say like in high school or whatever, like you got picked on or bullied. That could be negative motivation. Like the angry, like anger is a good motivator. Like, yeah, get pissed off about something about the past and turn it into positive energy to propel you forward. Because what else can you do about it, right? You're not going to keep dwelling on it. And this is where a practice like meditation comes in handy, because during meditation you can sit and observe how you were treated in the past, or maybe events in the past, or maybe current situations, and then you can kind of use them for motivation. A good example that comes to mind for any of you that have seen the Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's given a speech to his. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, he's a Wall Street guy. He runs a business. Is pretty much all you need to know. He runs a company, and he's speaking to his employees, and he's trying to motivate them. You know how like a big company speech, you want to get motivation. So he says he uses examples like, so your girlfriend left you, and he says, good, pick up the phone and start dialing. And then he goes on for another example, um, because they have to call and sell. They're selling. They're trying to sell people stocks. He's a Wall Street guy. He's trying to make commission off selling stocks. So pick up the phone and start dialing people so that you can get paid, right? You whatever example he uses. Your parents are pissed at you. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I should really rewatch the movie sometime soon, but that like scene sticks with me because anytime I'm like, not feeling motivated, I say good, and I pick up the phone and start dialing, or I just get to work. Do what you got to do. So let's say, like the example I used before, you got bullied in middle school or elementary school or whatever. Some losers picked on you. Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. So what I mean by pick up the phone and start dialing, good. Build that side hustle. Go for a run. Go work out. Go become great. Those things can be seen as negative. Those things that happened to you in the past can be seen as negative, but you spin them into a positive motivation for yourself. So that something like getting picked on in middle school could propel you to be greater than everyone else around you. So that thing could become the best thing that ever happened to you. It's all in how you spin it. And that, like I said about meditation, like these thoughts can, you can kind of, they can affect you. Like obviously they can affect your psychology. People can be really hurt by post-traumatic stress that happened to them in the past. But once you sit and meditate and accept, or in a therapeutic practice, you have to accept what happened, how you have to accept past events, and to move on from them. Right? We have to sit with these past memories because we have memories to learn from. Right? So why do we remember things? To learn from them. Like biologically, that's what memories are for, so we can learn from them. So once you learn from a past situation and you've thought it through countless nights, you can accept it and use it as fuel for the future. Okay, so I know I've been really hitting on that negative motivation, but that's really, I think, nobody really struggles with the positive motivation, right? You set a goal to achieve higher than you are now. That's great. Positive. Everything's happy-go-lucky. You're happy. It's easy. I'm motivated. When you add in the negative, angry motivation, that isn't, you're not really angry about it anymore because you've accepted it, but you've twisted it into even more motivation. You become someone who has something they're striving for, positive, something pushing them that's ahead of them that they're chasing, right? They're heading towards, and while you're chasing something, like let's say you're trying to get into school, grad school, and then you're chasing that, and then behind you there's this whirlwind of events that you're spinning into motivation to even propel you further forward towards that goal. All right, so you have something pushing you from behind you, and you have that goal ahead of you. You have motivation in front of you, and you have motivation pushing you from behind you. Because whether it's a person that you used to be, like for me, like I never used to be on this level, so and I don't ever want to go down to the level that I was previously at, in my teen years or whatever. So that scares the heck out of me. So that's motivating me forward, and I want to keep climbing to higher levels. So obviously that's motivating me. That's something to chase. And while I'm chasing something, I have more momentum behind me. So I've spun who I was in the past into greater motivation, more than someone who wasn't lazy and had bad habits or no habits at all. I have greater momentum than them because of this thought process. Because I have the energy behind me and I have the motivation in front of me. So I feel I have greater momentum than my peers. I'm really trying to optimize. Basically, what we're doing is trying to optimize the motivation that we feel, because the more motivation you have, the more things you're going to get done. So I know I just spitballed a lot at you guys, but I hope that makes sense. I'll wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Leave a like if you want, and let's achieve greater things. Let's keep moving forward. Let's not get caught in the past. Let's observe the past, continue to observe the past, accept the past, and spin it into some fuel for us to keep moving forward, man. Because let's go with another movie quote, okay? Because I like my movies, and it's another great movie, The Shawshank Redemption. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but one of the characters says, "Get busy living or get busy dying." And what that basically means is, you're either living or you're dying. You're not staying static, because time is always moving forward. You're always getting older. You can't stay static in life. So either you're not doing anything and time's passing you by, you are regressing, you're dying, or you are progressing and living. So let's get busy living. Let's do things. Let's use our past events as motivation, and set goals for the future to provide even more motivation, and find out what we love to do, and stay consistent with that. Build fundamental pieces, fundamental routines that we can build upon and be proud of, and and become better all around human beings. My brother won in high school. The stupid awards. He won best all around, but he was just smart, man. He was social. He was an athlete, and pretty interesting dude. So you want to, let's become interesting men, and let's do the things we love to do, because, like I said, time's always passing by. So can't really stay static, and I'm sure you don't want to regress. So let's keep progressing. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. If you made it to the end of the video, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching the watching the movie, checking this out. Take something from it and implement it. right? Don't just watch the video. Start to implement these things. Stay consistent, and I'll be here for you every step of the way. I'm a personal trainer. Again, getting into physical therapy school, so I like guiding people along through things and through life, and it's what I'm here to do. So, all right, I'll catch you guys on the next one.